Hello, everyone. I wanted to show you how to access and complete Activity 3, surveying the text. Although on here it says Activity 6. I don't know. Whatever. So you're going to go ahead and click here, and then it's going to pop open a Google Doc for you. And because this one, like the others, makes an editable copy, you can type right directly into it. So for this one, we are looking at how we can read purposefully or actively as readers. So at the end of this lesson, you will be able to clarify and enrich the meanings of known words and explain your experiences, or your expectations, for reading the Perez article by previewing key vocabulary and making predictions of the text in order to develop your purpose for reading. And so as readers, one of the things that we do when we encounter a new text is look at it the same way like you would encounter a new situation. You would scan the room, see who's there. Like if you were at a party, what kind of music's playing, what kind of food is there, stuff like that. Like you're kind of scanning to get like a general gist of what's going on. Same thing with this. So when approaching a new text, especially an academic text, proficient readers do the same thing. We scan or survey the text to get a good idea of what to expect when we read it. And that's what this task is all about. So you'll first respond to this engagement question, which asks, what are some of the things that catch your eye when you begin to read a new text? What do you look for? What do you think are some of the benefits of scanning a text before you read? And so you're going to go and respond here, 2 to 3 sentences, and you're going to type directly within this because I'll be able to read it once you upload it to Schoology. And underneath this, we have the Explore and Research section. So even though Perez's article is only 752 words long, relatively short by college standards, you're going to get pretty big articles when you're in college, 30 pages up to that. Asking you to preview it before reading will prove beneficial. Additionally, even though Perez's article was written in 2012, which might seem to make it a bit dated, in actuality, the ideas still have currency in the discussions about how to be successful in college. So in this case, the date of publication is less important than the ideas that are being discussed. So even though it was published a little bit earlier, 8 years ago, it's still very relevant. When I was in my senior year of high school with ERWC, I took that my senior year, and I read this same article. So it sounds like they're teaching the same one, but it's still very relevant in the ideas that it presents. So in building expectations and anticipation of reading a text, the predictions readers make develop their purpose for reading. Without developing expectations, determining what is important in a piece of writing is difficult. Comprehension begins with the reader being able to articulate why he or she is reading. So purpose influences the ways readers discover meaning as they read, engage relevant prior academic knowledge, ask questions as they read, draw influences from the material, interpret images, synthesize aspects of the text, determine the importance of elements, and determine the value of the text. So these basic categories of reading strategies are all activated by your reader's sense of purpose. So whenever we read something, we need to gain a sense of purpose of it, right? Not only like a sense of purpose in the sense of why are we reading this, but what is the author's purpose in a way? So in a sense, why did he read it, and why did he write it, and why is it worth reading? Purposeless reading leads to confusion, failure to collect relevant details, problems with recall, and minimum comprehension. Successful readers understand the purposes for engaging with the text and use that understanding to effectively engage with the information or experience of a text as they construct meaning. Thus, building expectations serves as an effective means of moving toward the development of purpose. So if you survey the text like you're going to do in this activity, you already kind of have a gist of what the article is going to be about. So you kind of go in with it with a purpose of understanding the gist of it that you kind of predetermined in the first place, if that makes sense. So it helps us give us a purpose for reading it because we're like, what am I looking for? Oh, I surveyed it and I have a general idea, so this is probably the idea I should be looking for while I read it. All right, so for the apply and create section, you'll have a better understanding of the purpose for surveying, and I spelled that wrong, surveying a text. Let's begin surveying Perez's Want to Get into College, Learn to Fail, so that we can make predictions of what it will be about. Read the discussion questions below before you survey the text. Pause to consider the questions and take notes under them as you progress through the article. So you can access the article through either this link in red or this one here. And when you do, it's just going to pop open the text. So you can read these side by side, but when you submit this assignment into Schoology, it's only going to be this one here, this colored one. So that's the one that you're going to be doing into Schoology. This is just the article for you to survey. So you're going to go through the article. You'll see that it's split up into different, it's got a graphic, split up into different paragraphs that are numbered. And at the end, underneath this line, it goes into Perez's job title. So that's an important aspect for you to look at as well. So referring back to it, you'll see that in the Apply and Create section, we have multiple questions and responses for you to complete. So they'll be like, look at the title, make predictions about what you think will be Perez's message. So you're just going to go through. You're going to have this in the article side by side in each tab like I do here. And then go side by side, cross-reference them. And then so you're going to look at the article, answer the question, look at the article, answer the question, or look at the question, look at the article, answer the question. I mean, you get it. So that's what you'll be doing in this section here. And in terms of the reflect section, after you have successfully surveyed the text, reflect on the process. Do you feel more prepared to read the text as a whole? Did you find this process helpful? Was it unhelpful? Do you think you will continue to use this process for other texts? Why or why not? And 3 to 4 sentences, please. And yeah, so that's the basic idea of this text. So remember, for this activity. So please remember this activity that you see on the screen here is what you're submitting into Schoology. This is just your article that you are analyzing while you are answering those questions. All right, thank you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to